My next guest toured the border. Republican North Carolina Congressman Richard Hudson joins us now. Congressman, you know, the first step towards solving any problem is first admitting there is a problem that needs to be solved. Do you think the administration has gone far enough in doing that first step?
Well, David, great to be with you. And the answer to your question is absolutely not. You know, I've spent 2 days with Border Patrol. I was on the border. I've toured the facilities, and everyone I talked to said the surge we're seeing now, this historical trend, is caused directly by Joe Biden overturning those Trump-era policies that we saw work.
Well, it just seems like one after the other, these policies that did seem to be working, particularly the international policy with Mexico and with the Northern Triangle Central American countries, those policies did seem to work, but one after the other, they dropped. And now it appears that President Biden is going to try to restart them all over again. Are you getting any further sense of that? He mentioned that last week, but then other voices of the administration seem to contradict that.
Well, I think that's the problem, David, is Biden doesn't have any plan. You know, on day one, he, with the stroke of a pen, got rid of all the policies that we saw work in 2019, which stopped the surge we were seeing at that time. He eliminated all of those policies, but had no alternative. And so now all these different agencies are scrambling, trying to deal with the fallout from Biden's border crisis, but there is no plan.
Now, he continues to say that one way to solve the problem is to send money to Central America. He's got one plan to send $4 billion. They said it won't be checks to individuals, it'll be checks through the government there. But he says that the governments are the problem. That is, there is endemic corruption in these governments. How does sending $4 billion to corrupt governments solve the problem?
Well, you've answered your own question, David, and that's absolutely right. You know, we can't trust these governments to take money. And by the way, we're talking about borrowing money that we're then going to give to these countries. You know, we're already giving them large amounts of money to help with stability in their countries. The last thing we need to do is borrow more money from our children and grandchildren and ship it south. What we need to do is go back to those common sense policies like Remain in Mexico, like the asylum agreement with the Northern Triangle countries that stopped the surge that we saw in 2019 and saw record drops as soon as they were gone, we've seen record increases.
Well, we have to go, but Congressman, what do you think the chances are of the Biden administration re-engaging in policies that they've dismissed and torn up?
Well, their plan right now is to hope the American people don't see what's happening. And so, you know, my job and all the jobs of the folks who've been down and actually seen what's going on is to share this message. The American people need to demand better from their president. You know, Kamala Harris is supposed to be in charge of this mess. I think a good start would be for her to go down and see it for herself.
Richard Hudson, Congressman from North Carolina. Thank you very much, Congressman. Appreciate it.